Elara took a deep breath as the rusty, creaking doors of the spaceship slowly opened. Beyond them stretched dark corridors that seemed to lead into a void. Inside this ship, which looked like it had been abandoned for years, time seemed to have come to a standstill. Her footsteps echoed on the cold metal floor in sync with her heartbeat. The unease she had felt since setting foot on the ship had been replaced by growing curiosity after she learned the sensors had detected some kind of life form. However, the uncertainty of what she was about to encounter both frightened and strangely excited her. The thought of what she might find in the dark depths of this abandoned ship made wild scenarios race through her mind. As she cautiously made her way across the cold, dust-covered floor, she tried to stay aware of every detail around her. Her eyes kept flicking to the data pad in her hand, focusing on the direction the signal was coming from. Her mind was filled with thoughts of what might be lurking in these dark corridors. As she walked between the flickering lights and rusted metal walls, seeing how the ship had slowly fallen into decay made her even more uneasy. When she reached the end of the corridor and saw a door that time hadn't seemed to touch, a door that looked different from the others, her heart started pounding faster. This door appeared to be guarded by some unknown force. With trembling hands, Elara opened it and found herself facing a dark room. But this dark room was only the beginning. In the corner, there was a small creature, seemingly forgotten. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary cat, but as she got closer, she noticed its fur had a strange glow, and its eyes shone with an extraordinary intelligence. This creature couldn't be an ordinary cat. It was as if it had come from another world. When Elara noticed the cat, the fear and curiosity inside her were replaced by a deep sense of peace. The presence of this creature added a mysterious air to the room. It felt like there was a much bigger secret waiting for her in this abandoned ship. When she locked eyes with the cat, Elara felt as though she was being drawn into the depths of this little creature. As she looked into its eyes, she got the sense that it was reading her soul. The cat's presence sparked 1,000 questions in her mind. How had this creature ended up here? How had it survived on this ship? But all those questions disappeared when the cat walked up to her and rested its head on her hand. The cat's soft purring felt like a warm greeting from an old friend. A strange warmth filled Elara's heart. This creature wasn't just a cat, perhaps it was much more. Its warmth had swept away all of Elara's worries, giving her a ray of hope in this dark ship. Elara, holding the cat in her arms, made her way back to the main body of the spaceship. The creature's calmness in her arms soothed Elara's unease, but she deeply sensed that it wasn't an ordinary cat. When she reached the ship's lab, the automated analysis systems began examining the cat. The results that appeared on the screen shocked Elara. The cat's brain was much larger and had a more complex neural network than a regular cat's. This suggested that it wasn't an ordinary animal, but perhaps an unknown species. Elara decided to dig deeper to understand who or what this creature was and where it had come from. She used the ship's advanced scanning devices to further examine the cat and began analyzing its brain activity. What she discovered was beyond anything she could have imagined. The cat's brainwaves were strikingly similar to those of a human. This discovery opened a new door in Elara's mind. Maybe this creature was far more intelligent than she had initially thought, and there was a way to communicate with it. As the night went on, Elara continued working alone in the lab. But then, unexpectedly, she heard a voice in her mind. At first, she thought it was just her imagination, but the voice grew clearer My name is Zara. I came from a planet far away. Ilara was shocked by this telepathic communication. She closed her eyes, trying to find the source of the voice, but realized she was alone in the room. The voice echoing in her mind was so real that for a moment she thought someone was actually talking to her. Then her eyes fell on the cat, silently watching her. It turned out that the cat, Zara, was no ordinary feline, but an alien. As Ilara reeled from what she had just learned, her curiosity about who this little creature really was and where it came from grew even stronger. Zara told her that her planet had been destroyed and that she had taken refuge in this abandoned ship, leaving Ilara with even more questions. Zara's story was far more complex and tragic than Ilara could have ever imagined. Zara wasn't just a pet. She was a mystery Ilara needed to uncover, perhaps even the key to the galaxy's unknowns. The shock of discovering that Zara was an alien stayed with Ilara for a long time. But Zara wasn't just a companion for her. She was also a symbol of mystery and the unknown. Zara was the last of her kind, and her wisdom completely changed Ilara's life. Day by day, Ilara put more effort into unraveling the secrets hidden behind Zara's wise eyes. As their bond grew stronger, Ilara and Zara began exploring the mysteries of the galaxy together. Under Zara's guidance, Ilara faced situations more bizarre and fascinating than she had ever encountered before. Every moment they spent together was another step toward discovering the galaxy's unknowns. Zara wasn't just a travel companion for Ilara, she was a gateway to the infinite mysteries of the universe. Their adventure together would lead to greater discoveries and more dangerous secrets hidden in the depths of the galaxy.